Next up, Suzan Kaminga here in the heavyweight competition. Suzan is from Austin, Texas, and she's already competed earlier this year in a big meet and taught her some valuable lessons that she's putting into practice here in Fort Lauderdale.
I last competed at the Junior USA in Colorado. I got third in the heavyweight. I should have been probably a little bit tighter, and I learned a lot from that contest, and I cut out a lot of the carbs. I didn't have carbs for about 4 weeks before this show, and it helped a lot. It really helped a lot.
Dieting so important, not only for Suzan Kaminga, but for all the bodybuilders. And she says she loves the diet because she likes to splurge after she has really restricted her intake for calories and what have you. And I know you and that ice cream, you talk about that every once in a while, so I think you could relate to that.
The current favorite on my list is tiramisu. But let's look at something even more important. Suzan's having a great time on stage. You've seen the routines up till now. They're kind of pedestrian. One of the things missing in bodybuilding right now is excitement in the routines. Everybody concentrates so hard on showing their muscle, they forget to have a good time, like a backflip.
Well, you say that the pedestrian side of it, I think it's because their concentration and their focus is so that they're worried about hitting their best shots and not worried about it or thinking about having fun like Suzan obviously does. And you can just see it in her presentation, the looks on her face and the smiles and, of course, the way she relates to the crowd.
But you know, John, that's one thing, especially in the amateurs, that you have to remember. You have done the meat and potatoes work in prejudging. They have judged you already. They've pretty much placed you except for the pose downs. Have some fun with this. Treat the audience. That's what this posing is for.
Of course, the meat is chicken. Has to be chicken. You've had the chicken and potatoes here.
And rice. Don't forget the rice.
Suzan has some gymnastics in her background, but she has taught aerobics at one point, and certainly that comes into play here, and it gets her in good cardiovascular shape for that routine, and you can see she really applies that tremendous shape that she's in. Suzan Kaminga, a wonderful, wonderful effort there. Let's now hear from Rick Valenti.
Hello.
Well, that was incredible.
Thank you. That was fun. I had a good time.
Well, what about the decision now and the overall condition? Tell me about it.
Well, it all depends on what they want now. I have no idea. I heard a million different things. I've been placed first, second, third, fourth, fifth, who knows?
Well, you know what? You look incredible, and it looks like you had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And the audience enjoyed it.
I had a blast.
Well, speaking of luck, let's bring in the winner of the Weider Best Poser Award, Suzan Kaminga. Hello.
Hello.
Suzan, on behalf of the Weider organization, I'd like to present you with this Best Poser Award, and it states in recognition of your efforts at the 1993 NPC Women's National Bodybuilding Championships.
Thank you very much. This is a big honor. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Suzan, I was watching your posing routine tonight, and of all of the posing routines, you just made the house wake up and just, they flew off the handle. They were clapping and everything, and you looked like you were really into it.
I had a ball. I had so much fun out there. They seemed a little quiet when everybody else went out there, and I wanted to wake them up.
Yeah, well, you absolutely did that. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Suzan Kaminga, the winner of the Weider Health and Fitness Best Poser Award.
The Women's NPC USA Championships, John Walls here with Rick Valenti. And Rick, energy personified here.
Yes.
Suzan Kaminga, Austin, Texas,
Yes.
knows how to get into it.
She surely does. And you know what? I have to say, bodybuilding needs more of this. She is having a blast on stage. She just took the stage over. She came out there and they said, hey, look at me. And everybody is, you know. Watch her. She's having fun. A little sexy move there. Pose, bicep pose. Look at that. Energy. Very dramatic. This is how you have to be on stage. Look at this. There has to be a dance background behind this woman. There's no question in my mind. Look at this. I just, for me, personally, I enjoy this so much more than just a standard, old-fashioned, stand-up bodybuilding routine. Look, well, you have to be able to do some gymnastics here to do that.
Well, you can see, yeah, she's incorporated so much of dance and gymnastics into her routine, and now you got a little fitness as well. I mean, she's a versatile woman, and you can tell by her performance here that she is a confident woman as well.
You know, it's great because whether you are into bodybuilding or not, you will enjoy watching this woman pose. There's no question in my mind. We need more of this in the sport. She's working it, boy. Look at this. And watch the audience, John. Now, after she poses, they're going to tear down the house. This is what we need in the sport. More entertainment value.
Well, the routine by Suzan tonight in the heavyweight class. Suzan Kaminga from our 5 finalists now leave the stage. Danielle will be back in just a moment for the all-important pose down, but let's go backstage. Rick has another special presentation for us.
Suzan Kaminga.
Hi.
Thank you very much, Suzan, and congratulations from Strength Systems USA.
Thank you very
You're welcome.
much.
Okay, now I know this isn't the first time you won an award like this.
No, it's not. I won it at Nationals also.
A dance background?
dance, cheerleading, and gymnastics, and I like to go dancing a lot.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, it is.
Here is Sue Kaminga as we continue our heavyweight coverage, and Sue moves around the stage so well, a lot of our fans know that, but after seeing Nicole Bass earlier, all these other heavyweights don't look as big.
No, they don't look as big. They really don't. It's amazing. I mean, that's what Nicole does when she goes on stage, you know. It's the whole thing. She takes your attention away from, you know, everyone else and focusing on her, but Suzan looks really good. She does.
It is her second big show of the year. She did the USA's.
Yes, she did, and she was much harder at the USA. So, you know, it's tough to come back to a second show and then look just as good as you did the first time. It's always amazing when an athlete does that.
One of the best posers in the sport.
Yes, she is. One of the best posers. She's she moves very well, flows through each pose. And that's nice because you have to present your physique. You have to get people to see what's there.
Have you ever done that?
No, never done that one.
It has an aerobic look to it.
And who says that bodybuilders aren't sexy? She's sexy. She looks good.
That'll work.
Yeah. So she does. I can see why she wins the Best Posing Award. But she's definitely not in condition the way she was at the USA.
And that gymnastics and cheerleading background coming onto the stage now, and we expect that you'll like her performance. She has a couple of Best Poser awards. Sue Kaminga from Austin, Texas.
Talk about being confident. She's a stage performer. She says she does it for the sheer enjoyment of the sport. Part of her hobbies are sewing, painting, and get this, body piercing. Something I'm not really into. Ow! Makes me cringe, but we know one thing. She's also into performing. Check her out. Physically speaking, she could be a little leaner. She could also be a little bit bigger for being a heavyweight. There you go. A little backwards flip there. I like this lady's personality because win, lose, or draw, she's a performer. She's going to compete whether she wins or loses, and she walks away from a contest always happy, willing to take pictures, and very friendly. This is not a depressing moment in time if she doesn't happen to win. I just hope I'm there when she actually does win a big major contest because she'll enjoy it more than anybody else on that stage. True performer.
Now in Sue and moving around, and we love this performance, is she also showing off her muscle as well?
Yeah, she's hitting it where it needs to get in. I would like to see her hit a few more poses, but this is the entertainment round, really. We've seen the mandatories at the pre-judging, so we got that out of the way. I think more girls should actually follow suit, get more creative, show a little bit more dance, and more creativity, and, you know, it challenges the girls to raise their level of performance, which will incite the crowd into a frenzy.
Thanks a lot, Sean. On behalf of Strength Systems USA, I'm proud to present the Best Poser Award to Suzan Kaminga, who showed us some great posing here tonight.
Hey, congratulations, Suzanne.
Thank you. Yay.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Good job.
All right, well, we know what this means. You said this is the third time you've actually won this award.
Third time in a row.
And this is kind of new because a lot of people have had a tendency to come to the shows and they pose to background noise and kind of just go up there and just wing it. You seem to have some choreography going on, a little bit of fun, a little dance, as well as hitting the poses.
Yeah.
What brings that all about? Where does that come from?
I want to have a good time on stage. I worked, you know, hard 3 months. I want to have fun the day of, you know, and I think more and more women should have fun up on stage and have a good time.
Well, you're definitely laying a new foundation for the younger girls coming up, and I've seen them already copying your stuff.
Cool, I hope so.
Stay one step ahead and hope we win a lot more of these awards.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Okay, Suzan Kaminga.